Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Today I'm in the garage with the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450, and I will be installing some new mirrors from Doubletake. These are the 6-inch Adventure 2.0 mirrors. This video is not sponsored. I purchased these for full retail price of $155 US. As always, I will put a link to the part in the description. I'm installing this set of mirrors today because the stock ones on the Himalayan are just kind of uncomfortable for me. They're in a bad position and it makes me feel like the cockpit is too cramped. I'm hoping that the new mirrors will be more comfortable for me by adding a little bit of forward adjustment and also add some styling as well. I personally think that the Doubletake mirrors do look better than the stock ones. Here's a look at the package as it arrived. I did buy these on Amazon. Since this is listed as a universal kit, there are going to be parts in here that I won't be using. I'm going to have to figure out which parts I need for my particular setup, and then I'll show you which ones I ultimately ended up going with. So maybe it'll help somebody else out there that has the same bike and wants to use these mirrors. Here's a look at the rubber-coated ball mount that the mirror clamps onto. This other piece here is the 6-inch arm that attaches to the ball mount, and it's got a spot on the other end to connect the mirror to. Installing mirrors on a motorcycle is usually a pretty simple process, but there are a couple things to make special note of. First off, the mounting points for motorcycle mirrors aren't always the same thread size. You might not know what size it is until you actually get in there and test out some of the adapters that are provided. Manufacturers frequently use reverse threads on one or both of the sides for the mirrors, and reverse threads are ones that are counterclockwise to tighten. So just be very careful when you're trying to take the stock mirrors off. If it doesn't seem like it's going well in one direction, don't overdo it because you might end up snapping off the mirror inside the mounting point and you don't want that to happen. As you can see here, I first tried turning the left mirror counterclockwise, then realized I had to turn it the other way to loosen. Now for the right mirror, I did have to turn it counterclockwise to loosen. I was purposely unscrewing this very slowly because I didn't want to accidentally drop this and hit my tank. Probably good advice to cover the tank up, just in case that happens. This bike uses mirror adapters from the factory. Now this first one on the right that we're looking at right now, this turns clockwise to remove it. The left side adapter turns counterclockwise to loosen. Now, I probably could have left these on, but I wanted to take these adapters off so that the mirrors weren't sticking out any further than they had to. I just think it's a cleaner look. So just a little tip here, looking at the exposed threads when I pulled this adapter bolt off of here, gave me a good idea which hardware to use to install the new mirrors. Here's a look at all the hardware that was provided for this install. Now, I'm not going to need all of these, I just need to find out which screw fits my bike to install this ball end. And after trial and error, this is the one that I came up with. See, this one only has threads on half of the screw itself. So this is the particular one that fit my bike. I was able to find the proper size screws to attach the rubber ball mount directly to the mirror mounts on the handlebars. I just needed to place the lock washer on and tighten them up. The left side turns clockwise to tighten. Now on to the right side. This one turns counterclockwise to tighten. To complete the mirror install, you have to tighten the clamp while both the mirror and the ball end are connected at the same time.
Alright guys, this is my first test of the Doubletake mirrors on my Himalayan 450, and I'm really impressed. I mean, the install is great, it's super easy, but I love the adjustability of these things. I mean, being on the ball mounts, I'm able to push them a little bit further forward, and I think a little bit further outward as well. And my viewing angle is way improved over the stock ones. I can see everything behind me. I'm only seeing a little bit of my shoulders, but I'm able to see behind me on the full next lane. So visibility is really good on these. Being able to push them a little bit further forward is nice, because the stock ones, I felt like the mirrors were too close to me. All in all, these are the perfect upgrade for me. I love the way these things are set up. I'll be sure to give a longer term review once I've used these for a while. But first impression, I'm really happy I upgraded these. I know this install is very simple. The only reason I kind of put the video together is because if you're looking to get into these and you want to see how complicated it is, or what exact pieces will be used for the Himalayan 450, I figured that would be useful, because I was not able to find that resource. It was kind of trial and error for me, so I had to just try them until I found one that fit. But, you know, if I can provide that information ahead of time for somebody that's considering these, then maybe that'll be helpful to somebody. That's about all I had for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, click that like button, and I will catch you guys on the next one.